Aneeq, next question is for you. The industry is moving towards digital, and we are seeing new technology coming in. Are Pakistan's banks looking at risk in a practical and beneficial manner, or do we need to look at risk or handle risk in a slightly different approach? What is your view on that?
Okay. As we're moving towards the new technologies, the new risks, I feel, are coming up. And on a daily basis, we are coming up with the new challenges. Like, if you look at the 5 years back, cybercrime may be not in even the list of the first 10 risks. Today in the world, it is on the second number of the list of the risks. Earlier, it wasn't the discussion at the board or the management level what the cybersecurity risk is, but right now it's everywhere in the discussion. So as an industry, as a financial institution, we look towards how these all risks are converging. And I think this is the topic of today's session is, if you look into the AML risk, if you look into the cybercrime and the fraud risk, they're all converging towards, and there is great synergy in it, how to respond to all these risks. A new terminology coming in the international world is called conduct risk. In international world, this all AML thing goes under the conduct risk. And it's something new for us as a Pakistani banking industry. So idea to respond to all this risk is to continuously upgrade ourselves and continuously evolve around with the technologies. And as we all said that banking of today will not be the banking of tomorrow. So same as goes with the case with the risk. Today we are facing a different sort of a risk. And tomorrow when you will encounter with the new technologies, there will be no totally different sort of a risk. We all need to evolve with the passage of time. So this is
great.
What it
great.
is.
One more quick question for you. In the, for the GDPR considerations that we have now, how would you look at customer data protection and how best can banks handle that?
Yeah, this is another, I think, a pain point for the current industry, especially the banks who have a very long legacy actually. Data secrecy or confidentiality rules are not new for us actually. It was there for so many years. But I personally feel we did not put much effort to organize it. Now, as we are moving towards the structured way of digital banking, which prerequisite is the rightful data. So we need to, a lot of work need to be done at that side. If I talk about the data integrity, I think it starts with the data classification. How many banks currently in the industry who can claim that they have a right set of data classification? Because unless you don't classify, you don't know which to be encrypted and which not to be encrypted, because the volume and the size of the data is such huge. But I believe that things are actually moving in a right direction. And inshallah, we will reach to that point where we can all encounter all these risks and all the challenges we are currently facing in.
Great. And coming from operations, which is the heart of the bank, I think.
Yeah, it's always be a challenging, because drafting a regulation, designing a regulation is a one part. Risks do not mitigated at that point. Risks actually mitigated once you implement that regulation in true spirit at the end level. So when you talk about the pyramid at the lowest level, who actually operating all those systems, does that individual have the understanding of those risks? As far as I concern right now, it's a lot of challenging, because we are expanding day by day and there is a lot of new blood coming into the banking industry. And we are not really focusing in that way to educate those people who are actually managing those risks at ground level to have understanding of such a holistic view of all those things. It's always challenging, but still moving towards that side, and inshallah we will achieve that point.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much for those views.